Hey guys, it's Jacob here. Um, I was gonna do a video where I show some of my music, but I'm but we don't really have much time, and I still have to sing up the lyrics. But I thought I'm gonna strap together this video for you. Um, you guys remember when I did Is Rock and Roll So Controversial? A lot of people say no. Um, what? I guess I can sort of agree. But however, this is a different music topic. Keep in mind when you see a title of this video, it's pop music getting worse. Keep in mind, I love all music. I'm not one of those guys who only listens to one typical type of music. I like all type of music. And I like some pop music. I like a lot of indie pop music. Well, not a lot, but I like some indie pop music like Lorde and even Adele. However, I have to keep in mind, you know, I'm not talking about indie pop music here. I'm talking about your typical mediocre pop, what you can find in any radio station. Um, I don't know, but basically, what got me really interested in this topic was, well, I never really liked the mediocre pop music. It just wasn't for me. If you guys do like, if any of you guys out there do like that stuff, it's okay. Opinions, but that's just not for me. But I found an old interview from Frank Sampa talking about how the reason why the music is getting bad is because back in the day in the '60s, we used to have how he deframed it was, how
Explained.
thank you, how he said it. These guys who were cigarettes, shoppers, old guys who would look at the music and say, I don't know what it is, but let's put it out. Maybe it will sell. But that gets slowly a place from hip young executive.
Executives.
Okay. So I have a little bit of a feature permit. But and it got me to think, so I did some more research, and I found out I actually had a scientific study on, is pop music getting dumber. In fact, they what they did was they studied pop music from 1950 to onward to 2009, I think it was. But they studied on it, and it turns out what they find out, one, the music's getting louder. I don't. That's not really a big issue to me, because if you know me, I love really loud music. Really loud music. Nirvana is one of them. But what really bothers me, what I do agree, is the music is lacking originality and quality. At least in my opinion. Hold on, guys. I'm just very thirsty. Um, anyways, I just feel, and don't get me wrong, we had some really blockbuster music too. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, 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 and I feel like loving you. That stuff. We had some blockbuster music back in the day too. And when I was a kid, it didn't, little kid, it didn't really had much to offer either. Um, I know a lot of guys who watch me are a little bit older, but when I was younger, we didn't really get it great either. It was either we had some good stuff, but in the mainstream when I was young, it was either a lot of emo rock or it was a lot of sort of, that new age metal crap, or you sort of got or it was sorta in the realm of almost sorta getting into the crappy mediocre pop stuff. What I'm trying to say, we didn't really have much, either. I don't even know you can call my generation a generation. I consider my time gap, I guess, is, I don't know, 2006 or whatever. Close. That's at least the closest I can remember. But if you're wondering, I was born 1999, so. But now I'm 17. But looking at the music from that period and that period, they were all lacking originality. That's why all the time, underground music was always good to listen to. I was a kid. I was pretty much raised up on punk rock. I didn't find things like the Beatles, like I said before, until I was about early middle school. But but anyways, I always, because pop music, it can be good. Don't get me wrong. People always argue, they don't write their own songs, and that is bad. But about the Monkees, they were somewhat of a pop act, what was put together by a TV show, but they were good decisions. They can sing good, and later on, they went to write their own music and their own songs. My problem with most pop music, I guess, is just how attentive it is, and also how every little thing can sound the same. You know, it's just, I don't know. And I'm not expecting everyone to like the same music I do, and that's okay. I'm not. This video is not about that, and I would never try to force down anybody's my own rights down your throat. What I'm trying to say is, I just feel like pop music has no creativity that much. You get what I mean? And I'm even wandering on, but anyways, you know, I you know what I found out. I guess I always sort of noticed. You see, back in the 40s, 50s, it didn't really have too much room to experiment. Not to say it didn't have no good music at the time, because it did. It had some good music. It had some bad ones too, but it had some good music. And the jazz. Well, 40s was like what the end of the jazz type thing, but like almost to the very end. Not quite, but almost. Um, I mean, we still had some jazz, but I think it sort of had a revival in the late 60s, early 70s. But, if you're wondering, yes, I do love jazz. But anyways, in the 60s, however, it got more room to experiment on, because more indie studios were somewhat, was were playing music, and like I said before, with what Frank Sample put it, cigar chopping guys. I don't know if that's a politically correct word, but okay. Was you know chewing out, was smoking like cigars and going, I don't know what this is, but let's put it out. Maybe it'll make some money. But it got slowly replaced by these hip young guys who decided to buy out all of the indie studios. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on how pop music. Um, Anybody who wants to comment, you can put down in the section. Uh, you can say you agree. You can say you don't agree. Either way, it's fine. It's your own opinion. However, I would like to hear your things, like agree or not agree. Either way is fine, or You know, does it have anything I missed in this video? I would like to know. Um, um, do you think pop music is declining in declining in originality, or do you think it still has some room to have some originality? Like I said before, it has a lot of indie pop studios where I think has some originality, but I don't really think most of the mainstream pop does. Bye. Have a good day.